morning. It is a great joy to be here as a speaker or in the 24th Annual Conference Health World, as such an important event in the field of health policy, especially at such a critical conjuncture where Europe has to design the future of health in a way that responds to the needs of the citizens and the challenges of the era. When we speak of innovation in health, we do not refer solely in new medicines, scientific discoveries, or technological inventions. It's a broader area. It's the way to think differently, develop new care models, adopt new technologies such as telemedicine, and implement policies that make the system more effective, more equitable, and more accessible. Innovation is the catalyst for a more individualized, patient-centered, more rapid, and more effective treatment. Europe has invested in equality and solidarity. Therefore, health innovation must serve this vision, secure that each citizen, regardless of country, financial position, or social status, has access to the best possible treatments. The need for health innovation has been acknowledged at pan-European level, and it is being sealed by the recent reports of Mario Draghi on the future of Greek competitiveness, the enhancement of preparedness in the European Union, and the report letter on the future of the single market. European Union has assured its intention for innovative healthcare. Therefore, this is a multifaceted and interdisciplinary approach through major tools, investment strategy, the reform of the package of the regulation on HTA, the funding program EU for health, and the establishment of the DG Health in the European Commission. All that demonstrates that innovation is not a goal per se, but the means to protect the health and make our health systems more resilient. Nevertheless, the real reminds us that we still have a long way to go. In Europe, we still have important imbalances. Not all citizens have equal access to medicines, modern solutions, or digital solutions. In smaller states, such as Cyprus, access to innovative treatments delays vis-à-vis in comparison to major countries. The pricing and investment policies are different, and small countries do not have the same negotiating power. Thus, we have citizens that do not enjoy equally, and this imbalance contradicts the acquis communautaire of equitable treatment. Allow me to refer to 4 important initiatives that aspire to improve innovation and improve its access. The role of the European Medicines Organization has contributed through mechanisms such as quick assessment and rolling processes that were broadly used during the pandemic. The European Medicines Organization secures that the medicines in circulation are safe and effective. The European Union Health Strategy gives the access to innovative drugs, enhancing the competitiveness of the European industry. This is a strategy having the looks turned to the future for a more viable medicines market. The new regulation on the assessment of health technology, HTA, that has been introduced in January of 2025, will enhance transparency and curtail fragmentation, allowing for new assessments for gene therapies and innovative medicines. This is a step to the greater streamlining of all countries and saving resources. And the new regulation on orphan drugs and pediatric medication aims at increasing access for rare diseases, especially for children. The reform aims at pursuing the appropriate investment, securing that incentives are directed where there's unmet needs, such as access to the development of rare diseases, especially for children that have been traditionally ignored by the market. At the European level, there are already tools that enhance this direction. The readiness principle was introduced after the pandemic in order to face such cases of crisis. EU for Health is an important project, invests in prevention, fighting cancer and readiness for care. The European health data space will enhance research and care. The European networks of market for rare diseases improve prevention and treatment. The structural funds offer critical support for the development of infrastructure and health services. The implementation of important works in the health space makes use of the RRF. At the same time, for a successful and effective change, an integral part of any efforts is a close cooperation, a cooperation that must not be limited at national level, but also be extended at cross-boundary level so as to enhance the exchange of data and negotiating power for pharmaceutical industry and for the investment in research, R&D, and cooperation of health systems for the benefit of the ultimate receptor, who of course is the patient, that must be had everywhere. We must have a concise and resilient health policy. All those tools are not, and instruments are not theoretical, are practical means that give to our country the possibility to offer better services to their citizens. It is worth mentioning the recent initiative taken by Cyprus, which was supported by an important number of member states, amongst which Greece, of course, for the promotion of the voluntary cooperation of the member states for the joint procurements. That took place at the end of 2024. This proposal was presented last December in the European Council of Health Ministers, and it was assessed and is promoted in European proposals, amongst others, such as the one for critical medicines, which will be successfully concluded in the first semester of 2026, when we will be having the presidency. Furthermore, in order to enhance the trace of Europe in the global scale, is through the new Biotech Act will be an opportunity to create a modern and ambitious framework that will encourage research, will curtail delays, and we will boost startups. Our goal must be for clinical trials to be effected more quickly with crystal clear rules and the exploitation of modern technologies. We must not assess solely on the direct cost. We must also view and calculate the short and long-term benefit. Therefore, the HTA and the real-world data are critical tools helping us in acknowledging the real value of innovation. Digital health is one of the most important allies. The e-prescriptions, the e-files, the real-time data analysis, all these offer new solutions, reduce imbalances, increase effectiveness, and offer a more integrated and qualitative health service to the patient. The main pillar for e-health in Cyprus is the creation of the single e-files data bank of 20 million euros that will secure the reliable access to the patients, to all Cypriot citizens' health data. At the same time, since May 2025, we are connected with My Health EU, being the 25th member states that contributes in this network. Interconnection with Greece is completed, and we expect the final approval by the EU Secretariat that will enhance the access of Cypriots in health services within the European Union. In the framework of the broader digital transformation, we also developed the new national implementation, My Health app, in combination with the security organization. This app will be at the disposal of our citizens in the middle of 2026, and this will further enhance the active participation and contribution they will have in monitoring their health. Beyond the primary use, through the exploitation of health data, we also support the research, innovation, and development of health services based on real-time data. In this framework, Cyprus also participates in an important number of European programs that aim at telemedicine, remote monitoring systems, access to health data, and exchange of that data. At the same time, AI is basic innovation in the field of electronic health. Cyprus participates through the National Authority of Health in the European program. This program is coordinated by an agency that sets the standards for the next generation of e-files and lays the foundation for integrating AI tools in clinical action. This will allow for a swifter diagnosis and improvement of health services offered. Innovation is a challenge and an opportunity. In cooperation between academia, research centers, and pharma industry, we can develop new healthcare models that will be assessed and offer measurable best effects, and will give also case studies to be conveyed to neighboring countries. Let us also not forget that the major challenge is sustainability. The population aging and the rapid technological changes exert higher pressure. There must be prevention, rational use of the resources, and implementation of reimbursement mechanisms that connect cost, the benefit with the real cost. What is demanded is a swiftness in decision-making, transparency in the process, and solidarity between the member states. Cyprus is ready to contribute because we solely believe that innovation in health is not a prerogative. It's a fundamental right, and it is our duty to secure it for every single citizen in Europe. Thank you, and I wish you every success.